this Super Tuesday really has been dominated by Donald Trump.
Trump's march to the nomination now looks like a stomp to the nomination. He's very much in a commanding lead. And as I've been saying, it doesn't mean that something unforeseen, because this has been a campaign strewn with unforeseen moments, doesn't mean something unforeseen can't yet emerge to perhaps break his momentum, to halt his path, to change the equation. But as of tonight, coming out of this string of Super Tuesday victories, a string of lopsided victories in Donald Trump's favor, I may add, it does look like he has a very viable path, just mathematically, to the nomination. You know, a lot of people have termed the Donald Trump campaign a hostile takeover of the Republican Party. That's how some pundits in the U.S. have termed it. Yet in another sense, it's not a hostile takeover in the sense that Donald Trump is very much a byproduct, a creation, if you will, of what has been a more and more rightward lurch of the Republican Party in recent years and decades, really beginning under Ronald Reagan at that far back. A party that has been much more shrill and much more extreme in its tone. And you will have a lot of people, even in the U.S., sort of saying, pundits and non-pundits, that you've had a Republican Party that has been obstructionist, that has often been, not everyone, of course, but has had racism and bigotry within its ranks, that has been anti-compromise, that has shut down the federal government, that has taken positions that are more and more seen as being on the fringe of a lot of what Americans are thinking. And that created a very sort of fertile ground. It's almost like a Petri dish, if you will, in which a candidate like a Donald Trump was able to have the perfect incubating environment. So here he is. He's now a reality. Whether you like it or not, the party elders, as we know, have all been scrambling to try to come up with some way of thwarting him, of stopping him. The problem with that is Donald Trump feeds on the hue and outcry against him. It seems that the more shrill the attacks from the party stalwarts and the elites and the bosses get against Donald Trump, the more his poll numbers go up. He's at 49% nationally in the polls now. A couple of months back, that was just 30%. So he has a more commanding poll lead than ever before. And if you're going to try to destroy him, the question arises, how do you do that without subverting the so-called will of the American people, the American democratic process? That's going to become extremely difficult. You could have all the donors, all the big money people stepping in, all the super PACs in the world. But if right now the momentum remains in Donald Trump's corner, short of foul play or resurrecting those smoke-filled back rooms of the early 20th century, it's hard to see how you stop Donald path to nomination. Does it mean he'll be president? Not necessarily, but it means that the question of a Donald J. Trump as president is no longer unthinkable.